We believe there are three things that need to be done to sufficiently address this problem. Number one, our common set of shared values and principles need to be actively and purposefully taught to the nation's children. Number two, parents need to have more control over and involvement in the teaching of those values. And three, all school-age children need this. It can't be something that only some homeschool families have access to. There are 56 million students in public and private schools. They need and deserve an education of this type as well, if not more so. We're going to take a minute to explain each one of these three steps of our solution in a little bit more detail, one at a time. First, number one, the True Corrective is committed to providing high-level instruction in 7 through 12 social studies that explicitly advances and celebrates what we call the three pillars, and those are American founding principles, Western values, and Judeo-Christian thought. It is from these pillars that we derive that common set of shared values and principles that we keep talking about. Without these pillars, without them being taught and supported in our schools, our nation will have no foundations on which to sustain itself. Nothing for people diverse in thought and background to unite around. The advancement of these three pillars is central to the True Corrective's educational mission, and all of our instruction begins and ends with that purpose in mind. Number two, parents should have the largest role in instilling our national values in America's children, period. The problem is they are being increasingly removed from and undermined in that important work, and this is happening across the board in education. Obviously, this is the case for in-school instruction, where far from being seen as a partner or ally in their children's education, parents are often viewed as little more than a necessary evil. But even with at-home instruction, the most common method is to leave parents out of the instruction entirely and simply have students learn from video lectures and by reading textbooks. The parent is just not required. That is not homeschooling. That's regular schooling at home. And of course, we all know lectures and textbooks are the two least effective ways for adolescents to learn anything, not least of all for them to learn the complex ideas and concepts that are taught in social studies courses. The authority we delegate to teachers over the molding of our children is an extraordinary power. Parents understand this. They understand that the beliefs and behaviors of their children are going to be greatly influenced by the principles and values that are being advanced in their education. That's why they want and need to be involved in it. We believe that the ideas and philosophies and values being taught, discussed, debated in social studies courses should not be done absent of the parent. There is no one more essential to those discussions than the parent. True Corrective lessons are designed with that end in mind. They are designed to empower parents as teachers by being highly accessible, intuitive, using everyday language, so parents can confidently and successfully guide their children's instruction, no matter what level of education or content knowledge the parent has. This is a top priority in our lesson design. Lastly, number three, the 56 million students across this country in public and private schools comprise the overwhelming majority of our future citizens. They absolutely dwarf the 5 to 8 million that are being homeschooled. We can't overlook their needs if we expect to make any real progress in restoring our common set of shared values. The education they receive will shape the direction of this country more than anything else. So, in addition to supporting homeschool parents with high-level instruction grounded in the three pillars, we have also developed a unique, one-of-its-kind approach to bring that same type of education to children currently in public and private schools now, and to bring it to them today, with all the same school boards still in place, all the same classroom teachers, and all the same curricula. These lessons, they parallel the students' regular in-school coursework, giving parents a chance to inject that coursework with a hefty dose of the three pillars whenever they need to, as often as they need to. So whether their child is being subjected to false narratives, destructive ideologies, or simply just poor quality instruction in the classroom, these lessons give the parent the ability to combat it swiftly and directly. We want to thank you for investing a little of your time to come see what we are all about. We urge you to please click through the rest of this site. It contains all the details of our system, our instructional philosophy, and our unique curricula to get an education steeped in the 3 pillars into the hands of students in regular brick and mortar schools. If you have any questions, would like more information, or want to know how you can get involved, please use the form on the contact page or just email us directly. Thank you.